नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं दिनेश वोहरा। स्वागत है आपका न्यूज टाइम एसएस न्यूज के इस अंक में। दोस्तों, बात करने जा रहे हैं पटना रैली जो महागठबंधन की हुई है, जिसमें राहुल गांधी, तेजस्वी, लालू और मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे साहब थे और बाकी लीडरान थे और बहुत बड़ा मोटिवेशन वहां से निकला है। कहीं ना कहीं ये महसूस हुआ है कि इंडिया गठबंधन जिसको रूलिंग पार्टी अभी तक डिफंक्ट समझ रही थी, उसका उपहास यानी कि मजाक कर रहे थे, आज वो वापस से पटरी पर आती हुई दिखाई दे रही है और जो हुंकार, जो वॉइसेस पटना से निकली हैं, वो रेवरबरेट कर रही हैं पूरे हिंदुस्तान के अंदर। अब ये मोमेंटम जारी रख पाएंगे, नहीं रख पाएंगे, ये वक्त बताएगा, लेकिन अब बहुत थोड़ा-सा समय बचा है, मे बी इन अनदर 10 डेज़ चुनाव अनाउंस होने जा रहे हैं और इसके लिए हम महागठबंधन, इंडिया अलायंस क्या कर सकता है? क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हैं? लालू का कहना है कि दिल्ली पर कब्जा करो, यानी कि अब दिल्ली पर हमारी बारी है। इट मीन्स द सेकुलर फोर्सेस शुड कम बैक एंड द कम्युनल फोर्सेस शुड गो आउट। आज इसके ऊपर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ एक विशिष्ट पैनल मौजूद है। हमारे साथ हैं दिल्ली से अरुण कुमार शर्मा जी, आपका स्वागत है। और आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत विशिष्ट गेस्ट हैं कर्नाटक से, बैंगलोर से, नागराजू यादव साहब। सर, मोस्ट वेलकम on the
Namaskar.
platform. This time, first time, sir. You are also MLC in Karnataka, also chairman of many committees there in Bangalore. Also, you have got a stronghold, you can say, on the South politics and how it operates. Sir, we would like to know that what exactly is happening in South India, what are the prospects of Congress and India alliances, and maybe the Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and in particular Telangana. How they are operating, how DK Shivkumar, Siddha, and maybe with Revant and Sharmila also, how they are doing well, and what kind of prospects do you see, sir, in southern India for India Alliance? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, as you know very well, you spoke about South India, and you also have been doing a lot of research and a lot of analysis on South Indian politics and overall Indian politics. But today, the situations are completely different from 2014 and 2019. Now we are in 2024. Things are completely different. Subjects are completely different. Now there is a comparative study between the UPA Progressive Alliance, what we are United Progressive Alliance, what we have done for 10 years, and what has been done by the NDA past 10 years has been taken into account. People may think that Indian politicians may be thinking, some people may be thinking that people are going to vote on the leadership as such. It is not that way at all. People of India, especially South Indian people, a divisive mandate is given all the time, taking in account of every aspect what is taken place for past 10 years. But after 2014 to 2019, what has happened? They wanted to give second chance to Narendra Modi ji because he has very clearly appealed to the people, saying that 60 years of administration given to the UPA or the Congress-led governments in the government of India, and we need another 5 years time so that I want to prove myself. So the people of India are large-hearted to give him a second time once again. Now the comparative study, when you see the administration between Narendra Modi and Manmohan Singh, will definitely be evaluated now because Narendra Modi may be, sir, maybe a prime minister, maybe a good orator, but the good administrator is none other than Manmohan Singh. Because today, if any economic growth is happening in India, if the GDP growth is growing in India, it's only because the seeds what has been put by Manmohan Singh and Narasimha Rao in the past. It is not overnight development that we are going to talk about a 5 trillion economy today. It is just the hard work done by the government of India, then who was in power at that time from 2004 to 2014, where we bought such rules. For example, Food Security Act. Today, people may talk about Narendra Modi is giving free 5 kgs of rice. You should understand that the entire the concept of thinking about giving free rice to the people is the concept of a Food Security Act bought by the UPA government. And the UPA government is the one which was very clear about it to say that nobody should die with hunger. This was the long-term process what we thought. We, for example, we take articles or the acts what we bought about RTE or RTI or Food Security Act or enforcing the constitutional norms in the democratic setup is only done by the Congress. We think looking at 25 years ahead what India can be. Today we are finding those results and they cannot claim, BJP cannot claim it, BJP cannot claim and say that other than removing 370 or bringing some kind of articles which are to be removed from the constitution. That's what they have done. But they have not created anything. For example, Narega. For example, this thing, war or GST. These are all baby of Manmohan Singh's thoughts. and we have got all this in place. And people of South India are very smart enough to decide a divisive vote to be given. 10 years is more than enough. And let us look back at progressive development and inclusive development of the South India also. And now the new latest development, what has happened in state of Karnataka and South India is basically is that injustice done to us by the government of India by not giving us the proper importance. Because Karnataka is the number 2 state in paying taxes to the government of India. We are not saying that you should give us extra, but if you encourage us to do more businesses here, so that you get government of India gets more money and they can invest it in the northeast states also. UP and Bihar also should grow, because this is India. It is not Karnataka cannot be India. Karnataka is a part of India. We think in that way. So wherever Maharashtra and Karnataka is paying so much of taxes, government of India should have a special policy to encourage the states where they can pay more input to the government of India, which they failed in doing that. Rather than that, they tried doing Hindi versus South India, which Karnataka people, especially South Indian people, we may oppose the Hindi language you're putting up on us, but we will not oppose the Indianness. We want the country to grow equally up. So Tamil Nadu will give a tough fight for BJP, and BJP will be wiped out in Tamil Nadu. They will not get as it is. They have nothing to do there. In Karnataka, we have proved very well to say that how corrupt they were in the past administration for three and a half years of administration, Bommai and Yediyurappa. And the results you have seen that 136 have been won. Assembly elections are different, parliament elections are different. No doubt they have a very fantastic leader on top. Narendra Modi ji is a good campaigner for them, no doubt about it. But he has failed to convince the farmers of this country. He has failed in convincing and communicating what is in his mind when the litigated farm laws were brought in. And also he has failed in communicating in why the tax devolution is not done in proper to encourage the state of Karnataka. And this Karnataka is a state which is created and accepted all the people all over the country for their job opportunities or for livelihood. It's Karnataka which has done it. And instead of increasing, they try to dilute the Karnataka prospects, which is not acceptable by Karnataka people. We may got last time only 1 seat, but this time we are planning for 20 seats, and we should be able to reach the targets, because people of Karnataka are very smart and they will take a decisive decision. Then coming to Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, you've seen how the Telangana regional parties have performed, and what the internal agenda they had with MIM or with BJP. That people have understood that it is a chance for the Congress in South India to be given a chance to score more seats, so that there is a proper democratic setup in the government of India to take on the country into prospective development. Then come to Kerala. Kerala is definitely known, it's a very secular state, and it will not encourage any of the communal activities there, and they're trying to penetrate there. By, for example, they have taken one of the Rajya Sabha members from Karnataka, who's Rajiv Chandrasekhar, they want him to contest there. What results is going to give by these kind of decisions? Nothing is going to happen. But one thing is definite, South India is very, very clear. South India believes in Ambedkar's secularism and the Constitution of India. And we will vote for the secularism of this country and the development of this country, immaterial which region we belong to. But India has won. And in the South India, whether it is Kerala, whether it is Telangana, whether it's Andhra Pradesh, whether it is Karnataka, whether it's Tamil Nadu, all the 5 states are progressive states. Progressive states and inclusiveness is the agenda what these states have got, and that is what the Indianness can be bought in. But now the BJP is trying to make it in such a way, north versus south, which is not acceptable. People of India are very, very clever, and they'll vote this time for a change.
I have got one more question to you, sir, before you sign up, sir. In between, we are joined by Mr. S.N. Sahu, who is a former press secretary to President K.R. Narayanan, and also he was director of the PMO.
Good evening to both the panelists and the very senior people, and very happy to exchange my ideas with them. And I will definitely follow these 2 gentlemen. They have been very learned and very happy to be on the line.
Nagaraju sir, what exactly is your assessment if you have analyzed the situation that Congress doing pretty well in the south, but as far as Hindi heartland is concerned, they are not that formidable and strong. Somehow the Modi's magic is on there, and in many ways we can say that it's a very tough battle for them. What kind of strategy do you think that the Congress shall deploy? Because there is a kind of religion plus politics by BJP. Now, to break this conundrum actually, and this particular magic of Modi is not so easy. None of the parties in North and Hindi belt are able to match the magic of Mr. Modi. How Congress is going to do this time, sir? If you got some idea.
Yeah, 100%. There is that's what I tried saying, that Modi is trying to play a card in such a way that they want to make North versus South, because he knows that he cannot penetrate in, like how he's penetrating in Hindi belt. He cannot penetrate in a South Indian belt because Dravidian movements or Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh, all these things, they are very, very divisive, very, very matured enough to take a decision of inclusiveness in democratic process and voting pattern. But when you come to Hindi belt also knows it very well, that this kind of every election they come out with an agenda of divisiveness. Either one time they come with Ram Mandir, or they come with Hindi versus other regional languages, or they'll come with national parties versus regional parties. But if they are very, very clear of getting a clear-cut mandate of 272 seats, why are they taking all the political parties which are opposed them? JDU, now you take for example Bihar, Nitish Kumar was so critical about him. Why is he accepting him? What is the weakness BJP has got it today? They should understand that Nitish Kumar has fallen into trap of the BJP, and BJP also knows it very well. Going against the regional parties, they cannot get what the target they wanted, but they have a target of 370 seats. But definitely they will not be able to get what they got it last time, 303. They will not be able to reach that. They're the way we have been seeing, saying that there is no challenger for BJP. But definitely as the regional parties, along with the support of a Congress, definitely there will be there's no clear-cut majority for BJP at any cost given point of time. Because of many things you see, what is their achievement when you see it, whether it's economics, whether it is the inclusiveness of the country, whether it is a development, whether it is unemployment problem, whether it is a farmers issue, they are not able to communicate. Even though having one of the finest orator, Narendra Modi ji, I compliment him, he is one of the finest orator, no doubt about it. But he failed to convince the farmers of the Hindi belt too. We have seen in Delhi what's happening now. All the farmers on the streets all the time, because the 3 formulas were withdrawn. Why was it withdrawn when it is so particular about saying that it is for the betterment of the country and betterment of the farmers? His agenda was that in 2014 and 2019 that he will double the farmers' income. Did it happen? And if he is really committed to the farmers, if he is really committed to Swaminathan's report of implementing it, and why was he answered to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha that they are not able to implement Swaminathan's commission? By giving Bharat Ratna for him, it doesn't mean all the farmers are going to be happy. I'm happy that it has been given to Swaminathan, but the issue is very, very clear. Farmers in this country, beyond any religion, they are not happy with Narendra Modi ji. The youngsters in 2014 had a very big vision of thinking that this country is going to create more jobs. And that has not happened. And also there is Anna Hazara's protest in Hindi belt was so huge that the UPI government was blamed for no reason of that. And now we know what happened in Karnataka, 40% commission issue, what happened to the contractors association, why the contractors committed suicide. All this is well spoken in the entire country. But if Modi Saab thinks of putting Hindi versus regional languages, it will not work out, because Indian citizens, whether they belong to Hindi belt or whether they belong to a Dravidian belt, but they want India to progress and they want new jobs for the youngsters. They want an inclusiveness, and Karnataka is an example to say that it's a prospective state. Why is it prospective state? Because we don't hate anybody in life. It is the BJP which want to create a hateness in the politics, which is not acceptable at all. And Indian democracy, in India, people are very smart. They might not be 100% literate like Kerala and all the states, Uttar Pradesh or Bihar. But when the decisions are made, you'll be surprised. There will be surprise results in Hindi belt also, because Hindi belt people they've listened to them for 10 years in the name of religion, or in the name of Ram Mandir, or in the name of language Hindi. But now they want jobs. They want proper laws for farmers. They want the suicidal of farmers to reduce. They want safety for women. These are the things people are looking forward. They want this country to be united, and they are very much aware. People may be a little poor in the poor states like Bihar and UP, but they are also smart. They have given mandate for the assembly elections on certain issues for Yogi Aganas. But when the matter of country comes, they have alternate parties like Samajwadi Party, Congress, BSP, and so many other political parties are there. India Alliance definitely may not get aligned with everybody in the seat sharing, but we get aligned with the ideological sharing. Because ideologically, all these India partners who are having little disturbance with Congress are not accepting the BJP ideology at any cost. BJP ideology is completely, for example, Mamata Banerjee may not give us a seat, but definitely she will not accept BJP's ideology at any cost. At same point of time, including the Samajwadi Party, will have some alliances, but he definitely go against the BJP. These kind of alignments definitely will give a very inclusive fight against the BJP, which is communal in nature and which has failed in keeping up the promises given by 2014 or 2019. The promises made by Narendra Modi ji and his party is not kept up even to the 10% of what they promised as such. Only one Ram Mandir. We are also Ram Bhakt. That's not the only there. Nobody has given a lease for them, a Ram Mandir for them. Ram is for Vishwak Ram. He is not only Ram for Uttar Pradesh or only for Hindus. Ram is for a Vishwa and Ram is for entire humanity. Because we have to live like a Rama, and we have to live with social justice and inclusiveness and respect each other. That is the message of Ram, and that is what the Congress alliance partners and the voters of India, 140 crore people are there. After that, more than 100 crore people are voters today. They realize the India needs to be a secular country, not a communal country. And all the communal countries which have used religion in their politics have today what the economic status you have seen. Example, Pakistan, what has happened. Definitely we can't go on the lines of Pakistan. We have to go on the lines of India. India should lead from the front in economic growth and inclusiveness.
Thank you, Mr. Nagaraju. And some good news is always there from South India, as DKS is emerging as another magical force from the Congress all over India, and his services are being recognized.
Who is definitely is too good at organizing capabilities, and his resources are very high, and he is down to earth when he is working. For example, this time Rajya Sabha elections, when he was there, he was a booth agent there when our MLAs are voting. He goes to being a deputy chief minister, being the party president. He goes, sits in the booth in the Rajya Sabha, and he sees that my votes are not cross voted, nor it is not been gone towards the invalid kind. And he goes to that level of coming as a party worker, and he takes it from the forefront. And that's how he's been a very good leader and very inclusive in nature, and he's definitely a dynamic leader where he brings the youngsters also in place.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nagaraju. Very gracious of you of having given us the time to be here in the debate. I would like to call upon Mr. S.N. Sahu to just speak on the certain more issues. Sahu Sahab, Mahagठबंधन तो हो गया. Thanks, Nagaraju ji. Thanks, sir.
But listen to them.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I want to listen to them. They are seniors.
Sir, Sahu Sahab, जो Nagaraju Sahab ने कहा, he is a Congress MLC in the Karnataka also. You have varied experience actually. 1977, we have seen what happened after emergency, and then people came together. Again, गांधी मैदान में जो हमने कल देखा, वो एक्चुअली जादू है, सच में जादू है, मैजिक है. क्या प्रोस्पेक्ट्स आपको लगते हैं? Whether India alliance is ready to take on the things now, whether they are coming at their prime, whether they will be able to gather those forces together to fight with the formidable foe called Narendra Modi and BJP, sir. Sahu Sahab, प्लीज अनम्यूट कर लीजिए सर. साहू साहब अनम्यूट कर लीजिए. I can't hear you, sir. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? No, sir. I can't hear you. Rejoin, sir. Sir, rejoin. Okay. शर्मा जी, आपके पास आता हूं.
जी.
जो बात नागराजू जी ने कही है, आपको इंडिया गठबंधन के अब क्या प्रोस्पेक्ट्स नजर आते हैं? थोड़ी हलचल तो है, खासतौर से बीजेपी में भी थोड़े काफी लोगों ने रिफ्यूज किया. पवन सिंह हैज गॉन आउट, देन डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन हैज गॉन आउट, मेनी अदर पीपल आर गोइंग आउट. So some kind of things are happening. Let me see whether Dr. Sahu is back or not. Just a second. साहू साहब सुन सकते हैं? आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, मेरे आवाज आ रहा है.
हाँ, ठीक है. अब आप ले लेते हो. अरुण जी, मैं पहले ले लेता हूँ जी.
ओके.
सेम सवाल है. साहू साहब बताइए क्या चल रहा है, इंडिया गठबंधन का क्या पोजीशन है, और आप बताइए क्या हो सकता है इसके बाद. जी.
ओके. अच्छा, अभी आप मेरा आवाज आ रहा है?
जी सर, आ रहा है. प्लीज गो अहेड सर.
अच्छा, एनीवे, दिनेश जी, बहुत धन्यवाद आपको ये मौका देने के लिए, यहाँ आपका जो डिस्कशन हो रहा है पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए. तो देखिए, कल जो पटना में जो रैली हुआ, मैं कुछ देर तक वो देखा यूट्यूब चैनल में, और बहुत सारे लीडर्स का स्पीच भी सुना, पर्टिकुलरली तेजस्वी यादव का, राहुल गांधी, लालू यादव और बाकी सारे इंडिया अलायंस लीडर्स का, ये देखिए बिहार एक दिशा दिखा रहा है पूरा देश को। इसी अभी जो नागराज साहब बता रहे थे, बिहार जब महात्मा गांधी साउथ अफ्रीका से,
साहू साहब आप थोड़ा इंग्लिश में भी बोल सकते हैं, सो दैट इट विल बी इजियर फॉर मिस्टर नागराजू टू अंडरस्टैंड।
ओके,
नागराजू सर,
नाउ
यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, सर यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी और नो?
I can understand Hindi very well, and I can't speak Hindi like what you people are speaking. That is the
no,
problem.
no,
Okay.
so then, so what I'll do is I will make it bilingual.
Language
Okay, yeah,
is
Okay.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you see, Bihar has shown the way, and historically, if you go back, 1915 में महात्मा गांधी साउथ अफ्रीका से इंडिया आए और 1917 में उनको वन मिस्टर राजकुमार शुक्ला चंपारण ले गए 1917। ओके, तो गांधी ने पहले मना कर रहे थे, ही सेड मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा अगर मैं, इफ आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉब्लम, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, आई हैव टू गो देयर एंड स्टडी, इन्वेस्टिगेट। सो देन गांधी का पहला सत्याग्रह जो शुरू हुआ वो बिहार का चंपारण में शुरू हुआ 1917, और वहां से गांधी एमर्ज किए 1917 में पूरा, he emerged as a colossus in the freedom struggle. An entire country rallied around him. चाहे कश्मीर हो, चाहे even people from Kashmir supported him. Okay, even though it was not part of the British India. चाहे उड़ीसा हो, चाहे बॉम्बे हो, चाहे then Madras province हो, जो भी हो. I thought somebody will refer to that Gandhi's emergence in freedom struggle in the context of Bihar's Champaran Satyagraha. Okay, so yesterday जो मैंने देखा, I thought the Champaran spirit is getting, resonated. You see, so अभी जो, it is important to understand this point. Because 1917 में जो गांधी का इमरजेंस हुआ और चंपारण में हुआ, और चंपारण में क्या उन्होंने किया, he took up the cause of farmers. First satyagraha of Gandhi in India was the cause of farmers. तो अभी जो farmers agitation चल रहा है, farmers they want to come to Delhi, but they are prevented. पेलेट गन्स, ड्रोन में टीयर गैस सेल, और एक फार्मर को तो गोली भी लग गया। अच्छा, गांधी वॉज प्रिवेंटेड टू एंटर चंपारण। आई रोट एन आर्टिकल ऑन दिस, बट ही वॉज अरेस्टेड। अरेस्ट करके उनको मजिस्ट्रेट के पास ले गए। मजिस्ट्रेट ने पूछा, डू यू प्लीड गिल्टी फॉर ब्रीचिंग पीस? गांधी सेड, यस आई प्लीड गिल्टी, एंड यू पनिश मी एज पर लॉ। एवरीबॉडी वाज स्टन्ड। कोर्ट में कोई गिल्टी प्लीड नहीं करता है, दे सीक फॉर बेल। एंड देन colonial bureaucracy, colonial police, they dropped the charges. Gandhi investigated, and investigation करने के बाद he was allowed to investigate. चंपारण agrarian bill पास हुआ, जो forcible plantation of indigo, which was done at the behest of British planters. In today's parlance, they were the corporates, and that forcible plantation of indigo was stopped. Farmers' suffering ended. So that was the history against which we need to understand the coming together. ये जो मोदी रेजिम को चैलेंज करने के लिए उनको पीपल सपोर्ट जो मिला था, the way in which that support has been misused by literally criminalizing dissent, causing fear in the minds of people, regardless of their faith, and causing fear in the minds of opposition, leaders. ED raid, पता नहीं क्या, all kinds of coercive action. So गांधी ने कहा था ब्रिटिश रेजिम आफ्टर द जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर, 2 साल के बाद जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर हुआ, गांधी ने कहा था ब्रिटिश रेजिम आफ्टर जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर, he said that is sustained by the doctrine of frightfulness, by doctrine of fear. अभी same doctrine of fear is being invoked by ED raid वगैरह वगैरह. So this, yesterday what did Rahul Gandhi say? He repeated the same thing. भय के वातावरण में, नफरत के वातावरण में, he is talking of मोहब्बत. डरो मत. तो ईडी रेड किसके ऊपर नहीं हुआ? लालू यादव के ऊपर हुआ, तेजस्वी के ऊपर हुआ, बहुत सारे ऑपरेशन के ऊपर हो रहा. They were being raided by ED and other agencies. So the coming together of the leaders of India Alliance, and there is no way. I was looking at Indian Express online, I was looking at many other newspapers, there is no reference to that massive rally. ये रैली साधारण रैली नहीं था, एक असाधारण. वन जर्नलिस्ट फ्रॉम बिहार, he said मैं 15 साल में इतना महा रैली नहीं देखा था. I never saw such a mega rally in Gandhi Maidan in Patna. So this is, मुझे ये जो ब्रिटिश सिस्टम जो चल रहा था, more than 100 years back, based on doctrine of fear, this alliance which has come together in Patna yesterday with remarkable enthusiasm, courage, was primarily to counter the doctrine of fear invoked by this regime, Modi regime, so therefore this regime is far problematic, because British government was not supported by people, they were not elected. But this regime has been elected by people, so therefore if they invoke doctrine of fear, it's far more dangerous. So therefore, you see the counter narrative which this regime, the Indian Alliance is giving, when Tejaswi gave said jobs, and log cheered him. I feel Tejaswi Yadav was the man of the match in yesterday's, match of the, the day, which was really played to checkmate Modi regime. And so therefore, you see, आपने जो बोला 77 में जो जयप्रकाश नारायण का हुआ था, जो भी हुआ, जो alliance का जो, there is a, you see, Ambedkar ne, what did he say? Ambedkar said, gave a slogan, educate, agitate, organize. So this India Alliance meeting in Patna was, in fact, is anchored on educate, agitate, organize. It represented that spirit of Ambedkar and that spirit, that remarkable slogan. और गांधी का स्लोगन क्या था 1925 में, 8 years after चंपारण सत्याग्रह? Swaraj doesn't mean acquisition of power by few. Swaraj means acquisition of capacity by the masses to resist authoritarian power when that authoritarian power is misused. So I saw in India Alliance massive rally those reflections of Gandhi and Ambedkar's ideas.
Sir.
And what a beautiful spectrum it provided. Communist Party, okay, Congress, CPI ML, Mr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, this RJD, and CPI, Mr. D. Raja was present. So this represents the spirit of India, the spirit of Gandhi's and Ambedkar's vision of India, the spirit of constitutional vision of India. So therefore, this yesterday's rally signaled who people support. I do not know to what extent this support or massive rally will be converted to vote, but it is an indication for encouragement, for hope in these trying times.
Sir, शर्मा जी, आपके पास आता हूँ। आपने नागराजू साहब की बात सुनी, आपने साहू साहब की बात सुनी, दोनों विद्वानों की बात सुनी आपने। आप बेसिकली आरएसएस से रहे हैं, आपकी फैमिली बीजेपी की रही है, आपके फादर बीजेपी के एमएलए रहे हैं, यानी कि फॉरवर्ड बीजेपी का जो रूट रहा है। नाउ यू आर अगेंस्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग। दिल्ली पर कब्जा करो, ये हुंकार आती है पटना से, और पटना से लेके कन्याकुमारी तक लोग क्या कहते हैं, मोटिवेट होते हैं। आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या संकेत हैं, क्या इंडिकेशन क्या निकल रहे हैं, वेदर दे कैन कीप ऑन द मोमेंटम? अरुण कुमार जी।
जी, मेरे सामने वैसे दो बहुत ज्यादा विद्वान बैठे हैं, इनके सामने बोलना थोड़ा धृष्टता ही हो गई, परंतु दोनों को ध्यान से सुनने के बाद एक बार फिर से लगता है कि मैं 21 वर्ष की आयु में आ गया। जब मैं गिरफ्तार हुआ था दिल्ली के अंदर, एक डीएसपी को ये कह के विरोध करते हुए कि आपको मेरी मां से तमीज नहीं है बात करने की, और उसके एवज में मेरे ऊपर कई केस बनाए गए। मैंने सेकेंड ईयर के पेपर देने थे जो जेल से दिए। 8 महीने मेरे पिताश्री 19 महीने, मैं 8 महीने, और 2 महीने मेरी मां जेल में रही थी। विरोध का जब स्वर इतना प्रबल हो जाता है सर, तो कई बार अंदर से आवाज आती है, इंकलाब जिंदाबाद। और ये आती कहां से? ये आती वहां से है जब आपके ऊपर दमन का ऐसा चक्र चला दिया जाए जहां आपकी जान के ऊपर बनाए। मुझे घटना याद है, इसलिए कई बार सिरहन भी होती है। कई बार मन में ऐसे भाव आते हैं कि विरोध जो है वो कुछ और शब्द ढूंढना शुरू करता है। क्या किसी की मां को इस तरह बेइज्जत किया जा सकता है? नहीं। परंतु आज देखें, मैं एक बात पहले जोड़ देता हूं, गांधी मैदान में जो कल सभा हुई है, ये एक कहावत है या ये एक इंडिकेशन है। बिहार के गांधी मैदान में जब भी सभा हुई और 10 लाख से ऊपर वहां पर लोग सुनने के लिए, देखने के लिए आए, तो सर हमेशा बदलाव हुआ है। चाहे वो जयप्रकाश नारायण साहब का हो, चाहे वो किसी का भी हो, हमारे पास बहुत सारे उदाहरण हैं। आपने नाम लिया डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन का, जो मेरे 44 साल पुराने मित्र हैं। मुझे बड़ी तकलीफ हुई, हालांकि मैं उस पार्टी के विरोध में हूं, उनकी नीतियों के विरोध में हूं, उनके चाल चलन के विरोध में हूं, परंतु बीजेपी के अंदर बहुत सारे अच्छे लोग हैं जिनको हाशिए पर डाला गया। लाया किसको आगे गया? टैनी साहब को। अभी बृजभूषण शरण सिंह को इसलिए टिकट नहीं दिया कि उनकी टिकट और गडकरी साहब की टिकट अंतिम होगी। अब मैं आता हूं आपके मुद्दे पर। सर, इमरजेंसी में हुआ क्या था? हुआ यह था कि निज की सीट को बचाने के लिए यह काम किया गया, क्योंकि इंदिरा जी हार गई थी कोर्ट में, जो कि नीति विरुद्ध नहीं, संविधान के विरुद्ध था। उस समय जो कुछ हुआ, उस विरोध में क्या क्या हुआ वो मैं नहीं कहूंगा, परंतु मैं ये जरूर कहूंगा, जब विरोध, जब दमन इस तरह से हो जाए, तो अभी जैसे नागार्जुन सर ने कहा या साहू साहब ने कहा, आप देखें इनकी जो इनकी अभिव्यक्ति है उसमें तीखापन नहीं है, उसमें है तो प्रेम, परंतु उस प्रेम के साथ विरोध का स्वर और उदाहरण, कितने अच्छे अच्छे उन्होंने उदाहरण दिए। मुझे याद है, आप जलियांवाला बाग के नाम की याद करते हो तो मुझे याद आ जाता है वो व्यक्ति, वो मेरा सिख भाई जिसने उसका बदला विदेश में जाकर लिया था, और हमको इस तानाशाही का विरोध या बदला इसी देश में रहकर करना है, परंतु किस नीतियों से करेंगे? जैसे राहुल जी कर रहे हैं, जैसे लालू जी कर रहे हैं, जैसे हेमंत सोरेन साहब कर रहे हैं। आप देखें कौन ऐसा बचा है जिसको दमन चक्र के उसमें चक्की में ना लाया गया हो। पर मैं आपको एक फिलॉसफी वाली बात कहता हूं हमारे कबीर साहब कह के गए हैं कि चाकी चाकी सब कहें, कीली कहे न कोई। सर, चक्की दो पार्ट में चलती है और बीच में कीली होती है। और जो कबीर साहब के जो बेटे थे, उन्होंने आगे कहा कि चाकी चाकी सब कहे, कीली कहे न कोई, जो कीली से लाग रहे बाल न बांका होए। सर, कीली है हमारा संविधान। अगर हम उस कीली से चिपके रहेंगे तो इन दो पार्टों के बीच में आने से हम बच जाएंगे। राहुल जी वही कर रहे हैं, बाकी विरोधी पक्ष भी वही कर रहा है। आप देखें आज क्या कहा उन्होंने, अरविंद केजरीवाल ने, 12 तारीख के बाद ले लो, मुझे गिरफ्तारी का डर है, आप ऑनलाइन ले लो और उसको रिले करो, डायरेक्ट टेलीकास्ट करो। सर, इतने बड़े बड़े रेडिट लोग जो हैं, जो कि माफिया किंग होते हैं, उनकी तो हम ले लेते हैं, ऑनलाइन करते हैं, उसको प्रचारित भी करते हैं। तो आप में जब ट्रांसपेरेंसी नहीं है, मोदी जी, आप झूठ का आसरा लेकर इस साम्राज्य को स्थापित तो कर लिया, परंतु इसको रिटेन नहीं कर पा रहे, क्योंकि आप एक्सपोज हो चुके। मुझे याद है पटेल चौक का, मैं आपको डेट याद कराता हूं, एक दो डेटें याद करा देता हूं। 8 फरवरी 2003 को मैं, जो हमारे यूपी के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं, उनके गुरु के साथ 2.5 घंटे गोरखनाथ मंदिर के अंदर था। देश की परिस्थितियों पर बातचीत की मैंने, मेरी पत्नी साथ में थी। उस समय वो क्या कहा करते थे, उसके बिल्कुल विपरीत योगी जी काम कर रहे हैं। और मुझे याद है 2-3 बार मैसेज देने के बाद भी योगी जी मुझसे मिलने नहीं आए थे, और अवैधनाथ ने हाथ जोड़कर मुझसे माफी मांगी थी कि वो भीड़ में व्यस्त हैं, लोगों की चौपाल लगा रखी है, नीचे बातचीत सुन रहे हैं। तो ये एडमेंट रवैया जो है, जो अड़ियलपन का रवैया है, ये हमारे मोदी जी में बहुत ज्यादा है। 1992 में मेरे पिताजी अयोध्या में जो तथाकथित ढांचा था, उसको गिराने में तो नहीं थे, परंतु उसके बाद वो वही रहे थे। 15 दिन गिरफ्तार हुए थे, जमानत हुई थी। और एक बात आपको और साझी कर देता हूं, मेरे पिताजी 1948 में अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी के साथ लखनऊ में एक सेल में थे, वो राशनिंग अफसर होते थे रेलवे में। अब मैं बात करता हूं फिर से आज की। सर, उस समय कौन कौन सी पार्टियां इकट्ठी हुई थी? सबने अपने अस्तित्व को समाप्त करके, अपने विरोधाभासों को समाप्त करने के बाद एक स्थान पर, एक बिंदु पर आ गए थे। आज वही परिस्थिति परिलक्षित हो रही है। मुझे बड़ी खुशी है। क्यों? क्योंकि कई बार मन कचोटता था कि क्या हम संगठित नहीं हो सकते। और एक कहावत है कि अच्छे लोग, ये बाबा नानक जी की है ये सूक्ति, कि अच्छे लोग बिखर जाएं और गंदे लोग इकट्ठे हो जाएं। ये बात आप बीजेपी में बड़े अच्छे ढंग से देख रहे। हर पार्टी का खराब आदमी उनकी शरण में जाकर एक ग्रुप में शामिल हो गया, और बाबा नानक की कही हुई बात को इतनी विचित्रता से उन्हें चरितार्थ किया कि अब अच्छे लोग हर स्टेट में आ गए, विरोध करने वाले, ठीक को ठीक कहने वाले सब बिखर गए। 28 स्टेट, 7-8 हमारे यूनियन टेरिटरी, आज हर जगह विरोध है। मैं सैल्यूट करूंगा यादव सर का, उन्होंने जो बातें कही बड़ी दिल को चुभती हैं। सर, साउथ जो है ना, सच्चे मायने में अगर कहीं लेसन सीखना, पाठ पढ़ना, आपको कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स अपने अंदर भरना, तो आप साउथ को सैल्यूट करो। साउथ की तरफ मुंह कर देखो। इतने धार्मिक होने के बावजूद भी, विरोधाभास होते हुए भी, एक हिंदू ईसाई गिरजाघर में जाकर प्रेयर करता है और एक ईसाई मंदिर में जाकर आरती में सम्मिलित होता है। एक छोटी सी आपको घटना याद करा देता हूं। एक ढोलकी बजाने, एक 2 लाइन में सिर्फ बोलूंगा, ढोलकी बजाने वाला एक व्यक्ति मंदिर से जब बाहर निकाल दिया गया तो उसने बाहर एक फूलों की दुकान खोल ली, क्योंकि उसका व्यवहार अच्छा था, उसकी दुकान चल निकली। और वो करते करते फैक्ट्रियों का बड़ा धनाढ्य आदमी बन गया। दूसरे मंदिर की जब बनाने की बात आई तो उसको साइन नहीं करने आते थे, तो मंदिर के जो उसके लोग थे वो उनके पास आए और उन्होंने कहा, सेठ सर, आप जो है मंदिर के लिए दान करें, तो उसने कोरा चेक दे दिया। उन्होंने कहा साइन करो, बोले मुझे साइन नहीं करने आते। जो मैं मंदिर में ढोलकी बजाता था, ये भगवान का प्रसाद है, आप कोरा चेक ले लो, जितना साइन कर, जितना अमाउंट भरना है भर लो, मैं अंगूठा लगा देता हूं। सर, आज अंगूठा लगाने का समय आ गया। अमाउंट आप कुछ भी भर लो, अमाउंट मतलब एमएलए कितने चाहिए, एमपी कितने चाहिए, ये जनता पर छोड़ दो। ये कहानी इंस्पायर करती है। और मेरा कथन ये है, अगर हम भिन्न जातियों के, भिन्न बोलियों के, अगर सारे लोग इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे, बाबा नानक की फिर से बात आ जाती है, हम अपने अपने स्टेट में अपने अपने मुद्दों के साथ जब जोर लगाएंगे, तो इस तानाशाही सरकार को जरूर उखाड़ पाएंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। और मैं दोनों महानुभाव जो मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, मैं उनको सैल्यूट करता हूं। ऐसे ओजस्वी वक्तव्य सुनने चाहिए, ना कि कहने चाहिए। मुझे कहते हुए थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है, मैं उनको सुनना ज्यादा पसंद कर रहा था, परंतु आपने भावना व्यक्त करने के लिए कही, तो मैंने अपनी स्टेटमेंट दी। जी,
we are lucky to have Mr. Nagaraju still with us, so I'll have another comment from him if you don't mind, sir. Nagaraju ji, you heard Mr. Sahu and Mr. Sharma also. There is some very interesting cases going on in the Supreme Court, 9 judges bench, and they basically are to decide on the royalty or tax on the mineral wealth of the states. Actually, this is not the fight for mineral wealth. This is fight of the federalism. Yes. Whether the states will exist or not, whether states can fight or not, whether center want to give right kind of treatment to their kids or not. It's one of the biggest case in the Supreme Court after Keshavanand Bharati case, where it was decided in the 13 judge benches in the early 70s that India is a federal state. Now again same question comes back. How the India will prosper, how India will grow, and how this level or so-called sanctity of federalism will be given once again an approval by this August Court of India, the Supreme Court, sir. This is the fight not on the mineral wealth or taxation. This is a fight just to save our country, its democracy and its federalism. Nagaraju ji.
Yeah, very nicely said, and I compliment both the seniors who have spoken a real perspective in the history how Indian politics is about. It is not only a mere number, it's not only a money or not a group of people getting together. Indian voters are completely different from the entire world. They are very smart and they'll take a smart decision at the proper time. You have seen many people like Indira Gandhi, people like Vajpayee was defeated. You have seen that. And people like VP Singh was defeated, we have seen that. Nobody will be spared in Indian democracy if you try to play too much against the democracy. Now the matter of India comes, when the matter of country comes, country is not a single entity, it's a union of states. People should understand all states put together is country. It is not a single entity, and we are not fighting election as a presidential form of elections like any other country. But we are running a democratic country, democratic setup, democratic type of elections, and it cannot be unilateral elections. It cannot be a dictatorship of kind of an election. It is definitely a inclusive elections and of all the states. And when you spoke about federalism, the secular country will survive only if the federalism survives. If the federalism has to survive, the constitution, what is given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and well accepted by the people of India, has to be in place. We have seen in BJP number of people who have spoken. We want to make this country as a religioustic country by calling it as a Hindu Rashtra. Or there are people like Anant Kumar Hegde, who was a MP of BJP from Karwar, has spoken number of times, spoken ill about Mahatma Gandhi, and also spoke about we have come to power only to change the Constitution of India, which is not going to be so easy because the people of India believe in a secularism and they believe in a federal system of this country. The constitution is based on the federal system because union of states makes the country, and the country's constitution belongs to the union of states. Union of states have got a strong hold on them. Modi ji may be a finest orator, as I said, but he has failed in number of angles, whether it's the farmers, whether it's unemployment, whether it is a taxation policy. That's what I said. We are not fighting for the tax, should not be given to Bihar or UP. We want to give it. Why didn't you encourage us to earn more input for taxes to the government of India? Because when we are number 2 in country, we want to see that more contribution is done to government of India by you encouraging us. You announce in a budget, for example, Bhadra water resource project was announced by Nirmala Sitharaman. Then she backed out. The budget announced 5,300 crores, which was not given to us. Why did you announce? After that, you say that the government is not giving, government of Karnataka is not giving the matching grant. Then what was the status of Bomai government was in power? Did Bomai government give the matching grant? When the Bomai government is there, matching grant ka baat nahi aata hai. But now when the Congress government is there, the matching grant is not given. These kind of things, people are very much aware. Then come to this in the special grant to be given because we are not giving devolution of taxes. We have been betrayed of 1.5% of taxes. So we asked about it. Then Nirmala Sitharaman should know about it. Interim report had given very clearly 5,495 crore rupees special grant would be given to Karnataka because their input to the government of India is very high and they wanted to stand by government of India, government of Karnataka. But when the matter of they lost the elections, they didn't want to stand by us. Why is this going to happen like this? Why are you having a stepmotherly feeling towards the regional states? Regional states are the one which comes together and forms the country. You should understand that we are unity in diversity, and every culture to be accepted, every input of the country should be accepted. Then only you are an Indian. I cannot be called as a Kannadiga and say I am an Indian. I am Indian, then I am a Kannadiga. I am an Indian, then I am a UPI. Then I am an Indian, then only I am a Biharite. You cannot say I am a Biharite and then I have to be Indian. No. Karnataka is very, very clear on this issue. We have accepted the Constitution of India. Union of States have made the country, and we have to live in inclusiveness, and we have to live in full of humanity. That is what Karnataka means, and that's what Kannadigas mean to this country. That's how this country is completely different from any other country in the world, because we talk about a spiritual world along with a scientific world today. It gives a beautiful arena for a humanity to survive. That is why Swami Vivekananda called everybody as brothers and sisters. Today, what are we calling? Hindu brothers and Muslim brothers. How that Hindu brother and Muslim brother has come? Whether a Hindu brother or Muslim brother, brother is a brother. Even in the US guy is a brother of mine. That's what we think. Sarvo Jana Sukhino Bhavantu is a concept of this India. It is not a concept of Hindu Dharma or Islamic Dharma or it is a Christian Dharma. Indian Dharma and a Constitution Dharma is Sarvo Jana Sukhino Bhavantu is the Indian Dharma. And the Indian Dharma is a very sacred and the Constitution which is preached to us. And we will keep the Union of States and the federal system intact. And that is where there is a difference. And the government of India will definitely face too many challenges this time in upcoming elections because voters are smarter than the politicians.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nagaraju. I hope you liked our debate.
I agree with what is my stake on this matter.
Definitely, and you can depute your own people from time to time on this channel so that they can express the Congress perception, how they are feeling, how they are doing the things. And thank you very much. साहू साहब, जो नागराजू जी ने कहा एक्चुअली जो फेडरल कैरेक्टर है उसको शॉर्ट में, टाइम थोड़ा कम है 3-4 मिनट के अंदर सर, उसको मेंटेन करना बहुत जरूरी है. मोदी सरकार वांट्स टू devastate and demolish this federal character of this country. Somehow this confidence must be restored even by the apex court, even by the people, even by the institutions. Else we all will go away, sir. This country will be no more, sir. If this is not India, then God knows what will happen, sir. So, sir. आपका तो बहुत experience है. You have worked with the K.R. Narayanan साहब for 5 years. You were director in the PMO also, sir. You have vast experience. And with particular Narayanan Saab, your experience is so vast, and many times you have told me the things, how he expressed himself as a very able and you can say very capable president of this country. And just on the federal character, sir, your comments.
Okay, thank you so much again. So you see the federal aspects of Indian Constitution. It's not just Constitution. Federal society. Our society is federal, always. Okay, so society framework captured in federalism, which preceded the framing of the Constitution, and the federal framework of governance provided by the Constitution, they correspond to each other. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi, when he went to Round Table Conference in 1931, he addressed the Federal Structure Committee of the Round Table Conference. He made a very interesting point. He said federalism is integral to the idea of Swaraj. You know, the other day on 2nd March, 2nd March, I think, yeah, I was asked to speak on a seminar on federalism in India International Center. So I refer to Gandhi's speech which he delivered in a roundtable conference, and he said federalism means give and take, and without federalism, India Swaraj would be incomplete. So idea of independence embodied the idea of federalism. This is a very important point. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, while participating in the debates in the Constituent Assembly, he made a very interesting point. It was around 48, 49. I'm not forgetting the date, exact date. He said just because the center assumes, assumes critical position in the federal framework, that doesn't mean that center would interfere in every aspect. He said there must be accommodation, reconciliation, and understanding. Okay, so and this is very critical. Again, I'm bringing Gandhi and Ambedkar because what Ambedkar said in the Constituent Assembly, he was speaking like a statesman. Even though he said in the beginning of his I think in one of his speeches in the Constituent Assembly, he said, "I entered this assembly as a leader of a member of a warring group." He thought he would engage in, very aggressive debates to uphold the cause of his people, I mean, who he represented in the assembly. But later on, he found that he has to go beyond as a member of a warring group. So he emerged as a statesman in the Constituent Assembly, a chairman of the drafting committee. The point is, the threat to federalism has been outlined by none other than Supreme Court in a judgment of 2022. That judgment was about GST Council recommendations. The government of India, headed by Mr. Modi, made it very clear that GST Council recommendations should be mandatory for all states. And GST Council decides 1/3 of the votes are there with the center and 2/3 with the states. Now just imagine center 1/3 vote, 2/3 with the states, 11 opposition ruling party ruled states, BJP ruled states. So center and BJP ruled states will come and completely overwhelm the opposition ruled states. So Supreme Court said GST Council recommendations cannot be mandatory, they are recommendatory. This is critical. So when the funds are being, stifled, they must remember this observation of the Supreme Court. Second, Justice Chandrachud, he was adjudicating the case. Do you know what he said? In the GST Council, there can be opposition, there can be collaboration, there can be cooperation. He said cooperative federalism doesn't mean all the time collaboration. Cooperative federalism means contestation, even dissent. And he said that dissent can be expressed by the states through civil disobedience, through any other contestation, even agitation. So he said, just 1 minute, 1 minute. It is very important to flag this point. He said cooperative federalism can coexist with uncooperative federalism. This is a judgment of the Supreme Court, 2022. And then, Justice Chandrachud quoted from a, Yale University Law Journal. It said, there must be deliberation generated froth so as not to suppress dissent. So therefore, when there is a challenge to federalism, comes by criminalizing dissent now, by arresting journalists, putting them behind bars, conduct of ED raids, that suppresses dissent, and that goes against the very judgment of the Supreme Court. Last point, sir. The point is that Supreme Court said, federalism just doesn't mean arrangement for governance. Federalism means to capture the diversities of society. So if India is federal in terms of its society and India is federal in terms of governance structure, then it cannot be defined by one religion, one language, or anything one. You know, now this one nation, one election, it is contrary to the federal spirit. Hindu Rashtra is contrary to federal spirit, or Islamic State is contrary to the federal spirit. Maulana Azad said, forget about Islamic State or forget about Hindu state. Sardar Patel said, idea of Hindu Rashtra is a made idea because that is contrary to not only the idea of India, it's contrary to the federal spirit which has been captured, within which captured the diversities of India. So these are the points which people, I'm not saying these are the statements of Supreme
जी
Court
सर,
in its own judgment.
सर
Thank
सर
you.
लास्ट पॉइंट शर्मा जी, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आपसे रेज करने जा रहा हूं आज मैं। कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि भारत का सो कॉल्ड लोकतंत्र एक माफिया तंत्र की तरह काम कर रहा है। माफिया तंत्र, लोगों को खरीदा जाता है, बेचा जाता है पैसे के बल पर। सर मैं आज वो बात कहने जा रहा हूं जो चैनल पे नहीं कही जाती। सर जब शपथ ली जाती है, चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट अफसर के द्वारा जॉब से पहले या एक एमएलए एमपी बनने से पहले या एमएलसी बनने से पहले या मंत्री बनने से पहले या प्रधानमंत्री बनने से पहले, या आप चीफ जस्टिस बनते हैं, जस्टिस बनते हैं, राष्ट्रपति बनते हैं, एक शपथ तो होती है, बहुत सारी शपथ है। आपके सामने एक शपथ रखता हूं और इस शपथ की कैसे धज्जियां उड़ाई जाती हैं इस फौज को, आप देखिए इंडिया में। आप देखिए ये क्या कहते हैं, मैं ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं या लेती हूं या सत्य ज्ञान से, मैं सत्य निष्ठा से शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। सर कहां है सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा सर? फिर कहते हैं मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। सर ये लोग जिनके ऊपर इतने इल्जाम है, एडीआर की रिपोर्ट कहती है ये भारत की अखंडता एक साथ रखेंगे। ये रोज भारत को बांटते हैं सर, टुकड़े करते हैं, उनको घाव करते हैं उनके ऊपर। फिर कहते हैं मैं संघ के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूंगा। श्रद्धापूर्वक किसकी श्रद्धा के लिए सर? किसी खास व्यक्ति की पॉकेट में पैसे पहुंचाने के लिए, फेवर करने के लिए? और फिर मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के साथ न्याय करूंगा। क्या ये न्याय करते हैं? द फर्स्ट फॉल्सहुड बिगिंस विथ ओथ। पहला झूठ इस शपथ से शुरू होता है जब वहां पर खड़े होके, चाहे गवर्नर के सामने हो, चाहे स्पीकर के सामने हो, चाहे राष्ट्रपति के सामने हो, जब आप शपथ लेते हो ना और शपथ को निभाते नहीं हो तो सर आप देश के प्रति गुनाह करते हो। सर गुनाह करते हो। सर सत्ता का बदलना इसलिए जरूरी है कि जब आप शपथ लो उस शपथ को निभाओ। अरुण कुमार जी।
जी सर, आपने फिर से 1978 का वो दृश्य मुझे याद करा दिया। असल में होता क्या है? असल में होता यह है कि जब हम अपने पक्ष में, अपने स्वार्थ के लिए दूसरे ऐसे लोगों का साथ चाहते हैं जो माफिया कहलाते हैं या यूपी की भाषा में जो गैंगस्टर कहलाते हैं। बिल्कुल ताजा उदाहरण आपको दूंगा। एक बीजेपी के एमपी की सेक्स वीडियो बाहर आई है। कर्नाटका में क्या हुआ? कर्नाटका में विधानसभा के अंदर एमएलए क्या देख रहे थे? सर जब चरित्र का हनन होता है ना तो वो एक किनारे से नहीं होता, शुरू एक किनारे से होता है और 180 डिग्री वो दूसरे किनारे तक जाता है और रास्ते में जो आए उसको रौंदता हुआ या उसको साथ में लपेटता हुआ चला जाता है। आप देखें जो खराब आदमी होते हैं, दो पीने वाले क्यों इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं? इसलिए कि उनको उसमें स्वाद आता है। और दो अच्छे लोग, हम 4 लोग बैठे, दो अच्छे लोग इकट्ठे क्यों नहीं हो पाते? क्योंकि जो मुश्किलात होती हैं उसके बाद उसके सामने जो फेस आता है करने के लिए वो बहुत कठिन होता है। आप जैसा ईमानदार आदमी जो कि सिस्टम का एक हिस्सा रहा, आप देखें आपको पूरे जीवन में कितनी बार मुश्किलों का सामना करना पड़ा, परंतु आपके मां बाप की दी हुई शिक्षा हर बार आपके सामने ढाल बनकर खड़ी हो जाती थी। मैं अपने विषय में बात करूं तो मेरे माँ बाप का जन्म शायद मुझे जन्म देने के लिए इसलिए हुआ कि मैं सत्य के साथ खड़ा हुआ, उस निष्ठा के साथ खड़ा हुआ। वो जो शपथ आपने सुनाई, एक बार रोमांच पैदा होता है सर जब हम समझौते करते हैं कैसे जो देश को गर्त में ले जाए, जो देश को बर्बाद कर दे। आज देश की इकोनॉमी का हाल मुझसे ज्यादा आप अच्छा जानते हैं। दो महानुभाव हमारे साथ बैठे हैं जो कि बहुत इंटेलेक्चुअल हैं, उन्होंने क्या क्या कहा ध्यान से सुनकर मनन करने वाली बात है। ये शपथ ही है जो आज हमको दूसरे पाले में ले आई है। सर जब खेल होता है ना तो पाला बदला जाता है। पाला बदलने का मतलब नियम नहीं बदले जाते, नियम वही रहेंगे, शपथ वही रहेगी, बंधे हम उसी शपथ से रहेंगे, उसी संविधान से हम चिपके रहेंगे। वो संविधान ही हमारी कीली है। और धन्यवाद आपका, एक बार आपने मुझे फिर से मॉरल बूस्ट दिया। और धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा अपने जो साथी हैं, दोनों अच्छे एक्सपीरियंस हैंड हैं। एक बार आदमी को फिर से साहस जुटाना पड़ता है और वो साहस हम जुटाने की भरपूर कोशिश कर रहे हैं ताकि हम नहीं, ये संविधान बचा रह जाए। ये जो शपथ आपने पढ़ी है, आने वाले बच्चे इस शपथ को शब्दानुसार नहीं, इसकी भावना अनुसार काम कर पाए। मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करूंगा जी।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया शर्मा जी। आई थिंक we have had a pretty good debate. I think the very important points to emerge from this debate. बहुत रेयरली ऐसा होता है कि जहाँ पर इतना डाइवर्स जो पॉइंट्स हैं वो निकल कर बाहर आए। और we had the best of the panelists today who could just put the light on some of the very important issues. Normally it doesn't happen on the either social media or television news that such kind of discourse takes place actually. But whenever it happens, it's always a moment of delight, and News Time is known for that. And everybody knows that News Time
Yes.
presents the contents which are qualitative, in which we believe in some kind of the points which are pertaining to the people of this country, and we think about them. Mr. Sahu, Mr. Nagaraju, Mr. Sharma, thank you very much for being with us. And
सर मैं आपके चैनल को बधाई देना चाहूंगा कि आप हिंदुस्तान की उन शख्सियत को लाते हैं आम जनता के लिए। और SGS न्यूज के जो व्यूअर्स हैं, मैं समझता हूं हमारे साथ साथ वो भी भाग्यशाली हैं कि वो इस तरह की बातों को सुनते हैं और उनके दिमाग पर जोर पड़ता है कि हमारे जो संविधान की रक्षा करने वाले लोग हैं उनकी शक्लें कैसी हैं, उनके विचार कैसे हैं, उनकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज कैसी है। धन्यवाद आपको एक बार फिर से, क्योंकि मैं बेल्ट कैप का आदमी हूं, आपको सैल्यूट करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। दर्शक मित्रों, आप सबके बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।